Hello, my name is Hubertus. I'm here in the product management by Lemken and responsible for our new drilling technology, for our new no-till drill, the Solitair NT. A new highlight from the Agritechnica, and now I want to present it to you with every detail and every advantage of our machine here. But first, let's take a look why Lemken has started now with a no-till drill like the Solitair NT. We see that in Central Europe, the market for direct seeder and for conservation agriculture is growing up more and more. And for that, we want to give you as a farmer a machine like that. But we don't want to replace our products like our plow, the Juwel, or the Solitair MR with the Power Harrow. So for different areas, we want to give you different machines so that the farmer has the possibility to choose which machine is perfect for his agriculture. Now we are at the top of the machine and we want to start to present you the hopper system of our new Solitair NT. In basic equipment, we always have a single hopper with 4,400 liters as an injector system. Here we have now a double hopper with 5,100 liter as a pressure system. So you see it that we have here a big double hopper with a split of 40-60, so that the farmer can choose in which hopper he wants to apply fertilizer or the seeds. But you always have the possibility to put in both hoppers the same fertilizer or the same seeds, so that you can use it as a single hopper as well. Here you see that we can open the hopper very easy to both sides. So for the farmer, it's very easy to fill the hopper up, like with a screw or with a big bag, so that you can come with the loader, and it's very easy because we can fold it half side so that the right side is fold inside, and then you can drive with the loader or with the tractor very nearly to the hopper, and it's very easy for the farmer to fill. And here with our big loading platform, you can go to every hopper edge and then you can open the big bag or whatever very easily. So here we are now at our dosing unit. So it's very easy to go here, and it's very easy to handle here. So here we can do the calibration test, and for that we have three different options. The first option is that we can do it with our terminal from the cab from the tractor. And here you have a button in addition to that, so that you don't have to move always between the tractor and the Solitair NT. So for starting, you only have to do the red box under the hopper, and then we can start with the calibration test here. After that, we can have a scale where we have the rate from the fertilizer or from the seeds, and you have to give this rate in the terminal of the tractor, or like here in the calibration terminal, and then you are ready with the calibration test for that. But before you start with the calibration test, you have to choose your seed wheels, and for that we have a seed wheel configurator, or the terminal in the calibration test give you a feedback what is the best seed wheel in addition to your fertilizer or your seeds, what you want to seed, and the speed what you want to drive. So that is very easy to handle, and if you have to choose the seed wheels, it's very easy. You can do everything directly here from the loading platform, and then you are finished. In addition to the calibration test of the terminal, you have the option with the calibration terminal here directly at the machine, or with the smartphone with the IQ Blue Go app, so it's very easy. But now I want to tell you something, how the seeds and the fertilizer goes from the dosing unit to our distributor heads. Here we have now our distributor heads. So 4 on the machine and 2 for the deflector plates. So the seeds and the fertilizer is coming directly from the hopper in the distributor heads. Our big advantage at our heads here is that we have a symmetrical inside of the distributor heads, and if you want to have a tram line, it's symmetrical as well, so the lateral distribution is very good and very excellent. So we have short hoses directly to the ProDisc, and you see that we don't have big distributor heads in the back or in the front of the Solitair NT, so that you don't have the long hoses, so short times, and you can go very easy to the hopper and to every detail from the machine. Now I want to show you the different seed placement directly in the cab, so it's very easy to handle for the driver, and you only have to adjust it directly in the terminal. Now we want to take a look on our IQ Blue drill software. So it's very easy for the farmer to handle. And what we see here is now the overview for the farmer, the adjustments, and let's take a look. So it's very easy. You see your different hoppers, so A, B and C, and you have your weight with on the left side where you can put your weight on inside. So the fertilizer now 100 kilo, and it's very easy to change. But you can change it always in the fields only with plus and minus, like here you can see. What we see as well is the driving fan speed, then the coulter pressure. It's very easy to adjust directly here from the cap, but it's always possible that you can choose your pressure control system, or you can do the coulter pressure with an application weight. On the right side you see here the tramline mechanism, and you have the buttons to start it, or to give one tramline more, or to stop the tramlines. But I wanted to show you as well is the calibration test menu. So it's very easy. You go in the menu and then you see here the test button for the calibration test, and here you can see the buttons for the seed placement. So we have a lot of different seed placement possibilities. If we go now on the MultiHub, you see that we now go to both cultivars with the MultiHub. If you want to switch it, you only have to push the button one time, and then you go to the deflector plates with the MultiHub. So very easy to adjust, and you don't have to do anything at the machine directly. You can shut the MultiHub off, or you can go only to one cultivar or to the second cultivar. So you have a lot of possibilities. You can do that for the other hoppers as well, for hopper B and A. The same menu, you only have to put the button. Now you go to every cultivar, and then you can shut the hopper A off or go only to one cultivar. You have so different possibilities where you want to go. So very easy to adjust. And now I think we want to take a look at our new ProDisc coulter with our lot of advantages, and what these advantages are, now I want to show you. In addition to our different seed placement, we have a big advantage as well. So we have 4 dosing units for every hopper for 4 distributor heads. And because of that, we have the possibility to have in every seed placement the half side switch off. So section control is a good possibility, and we can do it in every seed placement, so a big advantage. But let's take a look on the coulter. So we have a swing guided single disc coulter, and I want to explain you from the beginning to the end of the coulter. Here we see first the row cleaner. So the row cleaner is an option at our ProDisc coulter. So with the row cleaner we can reduce the hairpinning a lot, so that no organic material is going in the seed bowl and that the seed can't growing up. So with the row cleaner we clean a little bit before the disc the organic material to the side, and we can reduce the hairpinning a lot. But for the farmer, it's a big part that you can, that you are very flexible, and for that we have the tool-free parking position, and that we can see now on the other side. Now on this side we see the tool-free parking position. So the row cleaner are now in a parking position, and it's very easy to adjust. So we have here a second hole, and if the coulter are lifted up, you can only push it, and then you can have the bolt in the second hole, and then with this edge you have the plates on the top of the edge, and the row cleaner cannot working, and they are now in a parking position. If you lift the coulter up, put it in the other hole, the sharps or the edges can work because the plates are before the sharps, and then it's very easy, and the row cleaner are now in working position. So that are topics. But now we want to take a look on our new ProDisc coulter. So our ProDisc have an undercut of 10 degrees and 7 degrees in direction of travel. Why we have this? Because we want to open the soil very easy, and we have less soil penetration. So that is a big advantage why we use this angle of the disc and of the coulter. And if the angle of 7 degrees in direction of travel, the sowing shoe is immer nearly behind the single disc, and because of that we can reduce the wear a lot. What we see here that we have a row distance for 16.7 centimeter, and every coulter has an own hydraulic ram, what we see here. With this hydraulic ram we have 4 functions. So the first is that we can lift the coulter up and down with that. The second function is that we have a perfect contour following, because every single disc can follow the soil perfectly. The third party is with that we have the overload system that every coulter can go up to 400 millimeter up and down. And the fourth part is that we can adjust the coulter pressure with the hydraulic ramps up to 340 kilogram. And the big advantage is that we have one hydraulic system so that the coulter pressure is the same at every coulter. Here we have some parts from our company Equalizer, a specialist in direct seeding over 20 years. So we have a lot of knowledge from them in our new coulter, and that is a big advantage for us. Like the depth wheel or the closing wheel, a directly component from Equalizer and 1000 times in the field tested. So it's very easy to adjust the ProDisc single disc here. So with that we only have to do the depth adjustment, so up to 10 centimeter, and we can start with a half centimeter, maybe for webs or whatever. Then we see here our sowing shoe, and we have two positions for that. So for seeding rapes or whatever, for a half centimeter or 1 centimeter, we have a flat position, so that's very exactly to seed, and we can close the soil or move the soil, a responsibility on the top of the seeds. So for the closing wheel, we have a big advantage because in addition to the pressure of the closing wheel, we can adjust the angle of the closing wheel, and with that we have a lot of possibilities to go to the different conditions and only have to use one closing wheel. That's a big point, and for you as a farmer, very easy to adjust because you have no setting times. But let's take a look to the other options on our Solitair NT. At our Solitair NT, we have a lot of options, so that for you as a farmer, you can choose your own configuration. In addition to the double hopper, we have here the option with our MultiHub 500 liter, a third component, where we can go to our deflector plates or to the single disc, the ProDisc. So we have a lot of various at the hopper system, and you can choose what is the best for you. But in addition to the hopper, we have a lot of options as well. Big tires, VF tires, so that you can drive with low tire pressure. Then you have the option for a drilled axle, so that for you or for the dealer, it's very easy to adjust a pressure control system like here or whatever. So very easy with big wheels. So we have as an option as well a filling screw on the top. You can choose your track markers, the toolbox, and so on. So a lot of options, so that for every farmer, for you, you can configure your machine for your conditions, and that's very easy. So I hope you liked the video. That was an introduction to our new Solitair NT, our new direct seeder. If you have some questions, ask your dealer or write it directly in the comments. We are there for you, and don't hesitate to contact us. So thank you for listening to me, and here's our new Solitair NT.